Hello and welcome to Vlogmas Day 2. I'm hopefully going to share my wrapping station for Christmas and how I store everything. But first of all, yes, we've got a day 2 of my advent calendar. So I'm going to open day 2 up. And just open it up like so. And another nice bauble again. So I say these are all sort of Mickey and Minnie baubles. So there we are. So that's the sort of clear one with the pink spots on. As before, and I said like yesterday, I'm just slotting it back in until we actually get our decorations down from the loft. So that is day 2. Like I said, I'm going to share my wrappings. Now, all my wrapping papers I now, for the last, I would say over 5 years, I've actually stored everything under the bed. I used to have a small box in my gift cupboard, which is one of the wardrobes over there. So the first year I saw them in Wilko's a couple of years ago, I left it to a couple of days into January and couldn't get the box. So as soon as they came into the store, this was a couple of years ago, I purchased this one. It was either, I can't remember if it was $12.99 or $19.99, I can't remember, but it is a long box. But because we've got a slightly raised pine bed, it does actually slot under the bed, which is really handy due to the fact normally I'm wrapping up before the decorations come down. Normally I'm wrapping up before now because we're usually visiting during November. But obviously that's not happening this year. So I'm going to share with you, well, sort of the two pieces I have for storing my wrapping paper. But as you might have known, I could only find one. I bought this gingerbread house. Now, this will just about fit in the box, but normally I have these sort of in a carrier bag because I've still got the ones I had a couple of years ago, which is this one, and I quickly made one up to show you the size, which is this one. So it's quite a decent size. To say I've got one of hubby's thin fleeces in here before, t-shirt and socks in this box, so they are quite versatile, and I just think they're really good. I've only found one box in all the times I've been visiting Poundland, that was when we was away, so I haven't found any more. Like I said, I've got this large box here, which I might take the my camera off the stand so I can show you it piece by piece sort of thing, and roughly how I organise it. But something else I also use for wrapping paper is all my additional wrapping papers. This was actually a gift when I was working, because quite a lot of my colleagues bought me. They said they know it was weird, but they knew I loved organising. So they used to buy me decorative boxes, cases, anything like that. And one lady actually purchased this for me. It was a Secret Santa. It showed you how people knew what I was like. So in the top little zip bit, I've just keep some, you know, odd ribbons and everything in that little zip thing. And before I had this really big box, and sometimes I still use this, I do put tape and scissors in that bit. Then this other bit, it just houses all my rolls of papers, things like that. I try and finish one roll up at a time, but sometimes I don't know if anybody else does this, I have a particular roll for different people. Like that one's got dinosaurs on that, so that's like for our granddaughter. I have this one that's got like red Merry Christmas for more adults and things like that. The car one is usually with the tree. I haven't been able to get any more of this. I got so many of these pieces from Wilko's when they were doing that sort of range. That's usually for our youngest son. So that is one way, and I think it's Clean Easy. There's quite a few places. I think Studio Cards may do something like this as well. So I mean, there's a variety of different places that do actually you know, sell this sort of thing, and that's handy because it's not so heavy, so I can actually take that downstairs. As the larger box, I tend to actually wrap up while I'm here, so I'm just putting these out of the way. So this is my box, and it does actually get really heavy. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you off the stand so I can actually show you sort of the contents in here. I have bought a couple of rolls of paper, you know, sort of this last month or so. Normally I don't buy any wrappings or anything necessarily until after the season, just because you can get it reduced. But if I've seen a roll that I particularly like, I add it to my collection. But mostly I am trying to use the pieces up. I don't like to waste paper. That's why most of the time I do like it on the roll. And also obviously the smaller pieces I can use for stocking fillers if I want to wrap everything up. I try and do that depending on what the contents of the stocking is. I tend to wrap every little bit up if I have time, because it's something I can do. Unless it's for somebody who's actually in the room at the time, I tend to do that, you know, watching a Christmas movie in the afternoon, or sitting watching TV with the family if it's for somebody outside the home. So like I said, I'm going to take you off the stand so I can share this piece of my storage. So hopefully the lighting's going to be okay. I have got my lamps on sides of the overhead lighting. Again, it's not particularly very nice again today, but it might give you some ideas how I do it. Not so much last year, but 2019 I did use that black little shelving unit behind the door in a lounge as a wrapping station. You can see that probably on one of my say my playlist of Christmas. It's probably on there, but very often I just leave it in the box now, especially now our granddaughter's that bit older, so I haven't got stuff hanging around if she comes. So in this box here, I say what I've used is boxes within boxes sort of thing to corral pieces. So I've got lots of tags and things, and I tend to pick up things like these have got initials on, and I got these for 25p. These were from Peacocks. And I pick up tags, ribbons after the season, and also I like to collect pieces to put on parcels as well. And I like to use little bubbles as well. I have got sort of extra large that are folded over bags right at the bottom. I've got large, I've got medium, I've got small. So I mean small ones, I mean like these sort of things. But then I've got like tiny ones down here as well, all little bags, and even smaller. These I've mentioned before, I used to get these sort of things from Tesco's for like 10p each after the season. These boxes are what I purchased recently from Poundland. I do like the neutral, and I managed to get my red wrapping paper, as I said, because I like to do something like a Santa red, and then obviously black ribbon and a buckle on gifts. And the two new papers I've got is Marvel ones. I said I've got those as well. So they're my new wrapping papers for this year. Like I said, I tend to, if it's decorations that I'm not likely to use again, or I've bought them after the season or whatever, I sometimes stick them in here. Sometimes I use them on gifts, or I have different ideas and things like that. These are quite chunky anyway, so I've left them in there. And I know for a fact these came up again in Flying Tiger, but I paid, as you can see, £1 for these after the season. These are the boxes, and I did have these bows as well that were like 25p or 50p for a pack, things like that. So as I said, I tend to have quite a fair bit of different pieces. Also, I've taken the lids off so it makes it easier for me to share things. So in here I've got my sort of ribbons. These pegs, these are for my Christmas cards. They go on the doors in the lounge, and I've got extra pegs there. Sometimes I use them on my ribbon for my cards. Other times I actually put them on gifts. Here's another couple of bows. I'm not sure if these have got the prices on. There we are, 50p. So I love those bows, and they go with those boxes. I've got the Victorian boxes here. In the past, I've had those on my black little bookcase in my lounge, and I've put different pieces in, like ribbons, bows, and everything like that. And then I got all these sort of bags. These I mentioned before. Got these from the charity shop. I think I only paid something like 99p for the whole lot. The rabbit ones, realistically, I could use for Easter, but then I've got the snowman ones just here and Santa ones here. Sometimes I might wrap a gift up and give a little gift bag with it as well, with maybe some little chocolates and pieces in as well. I say underneath it's layered up, and I've got boxes, packaging, and anything else like that underneath, like so. It just makes it a lot easier and everything, and I can see what I've got. I've tried not to purchase any more packaging. I know I did actually, as I said, invest in 3 rolls of wrapping paper, and I probably will use these 2 for the guys, because a lot of the pieces for the stockings are sort of superheroes anyway, and I like to use that on boxes of chocolates and things like that, as I said, with black ribbon and a buckle. If you're interested in seeing some wrapping and ideas for wrapping, then just put a comment down below and I can do that. I have done that in the past. As I said, I tend to go through themes. I mean, one year, except for a granddaughter, I did everything in parcel paper and just added my like homemade tags and candy canes and you know, anything else on the parcel that I would like. And like I said, it goes right down with different size bags and everything. But the larger bags I don't use so much, because I use those bags I get from, say, Poundland to transport gifts. So I say that is sort of all my wrapping station for my Christmas pieces. Although I've written practically all my cards as far as I can at this precise time, unless there's the odd one still to sort of be written, this is how I store them when I'm writing my Christmas cards. I use one of these boxes, as you probably have seen in footage of my craft cubby. I have these on the shelf. I get these from Hobbycraft. So I have all my cards and the envelopes going to the cards. I like to leave my address book in here, and also in the address book I have a variety of first and second class stamps in my book. The ones that I don't need to have weighed, that is, so I can easily post them, and obviously a pen also, so everything's corralled. So what I can tend to do is to take that into the lounge and write my cards in the evenings or in the afternoons while watching television. So that's just how I store my Christmas cards when I'm writing the cards as I go along. So talking about cards, I did make a few more last night. So I've got this one. I've just used a plain white card. I have got a little something just inside. This is from booklets from the range, but this one was not a kit form. This is what you design yourself. So that's what I've done, and it's in like the pink maroon with this beautiful sort of backing paper like so, and then it's just got Merry Christmas in the corner. So that's the first one. This is like a set that I actually got from the range. Just need to flatten that down a little bit. I've got a little bit squished, but I'll have to maybe just glue that bit down. But it's this one, and the design I've put, as I said, inside. So this was one of those £1.50 booklets. I haven't completed the whole set as yet, but I thought I'll share what I've got done. So this is the first one, with this lovely sort of you know, musical paper and the pencil and bits. Some of it is actually 3D. Then I've got this one, the envelopes, which is Santa's Workshop. I really do like this one. Again, this is one that I've sort of just designed myself with the pieces from the book. And the sort of book, this isn't the exact one, but this is the range of the books that I've been using. And as I said, you make them up as you go along, with papers and the you know, embellishment sheets. But that's not a particular one that I've used on these, but that's the sort of range. As I said, the books are £2.99. So this is Santa's Workshop. Again, some of it is 3D. And then I've got Dear Santa, I've been good all year, with this little candy cane and the bird, just to sort of match the sort of Santa Workshop theme. And then I've got the sleigh one. I'm liking these gold cards. I got these, I think, from the Works, and I paid something like £1 for them. I haven't seen any more, but I did get them on clearance. So may you never be too old to search the skies on Christmas Eve. And then I've put a slate, and then I fixed little parcels in 3D, as though they're sitting in the sleigh. And I put that gift sign just there with the lamppost, and I've just layered it with the maroon to match. And inside I've just got Happy Christmas and a little gift parcel there. And then this one is all sort of girly and pale pink, and I've used flowers, this border, Merry Christmas, and I've just sort of layered it on a little bit to just give it that bit of dimension there. And I've stuck the pink paper on the gold, so it's sort of pink and gold. And then inside I've got Happy Christmas and this bell. There's that one. And then the last one is, I like this one as well, gold and maroon, with touches of pink, for you, Happy Christmas. Again, some of these are slightly raised, and I've sort of just layered bits on top of the other embellishment just to give it that bit of dimension. And then inside I've just got Happy Christmas and a couple of the maroon sort of stars inside to match the front. So that is, I think, all I'm going to have time to do today, due to the fact that possibly tomorrow I will include some of the pieces that I've been die cutting. I've been using my die cuts that I was given and sort of punching them all out. Whether I will actually be using them myself or taking them to my craft group next week, I don't know. But as I say, there's all my latest cards, which I'm really pleased with. So hopefully you've enjoyed a Vlogmas day 2. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.